Alright, Brock Howard.
Brock Howard.
Brock Howard. We want to give double honor to the apostles of great millstone who rule well. And we want to say peace and blessings, salutations to the elect. Alright, and we have another lesson with GMS Mourning, and we're going into how your enemy is yourself. Alright, your flesh. Alright, and
Ephesians 6:10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might.
Right, you gotta be strong in the Lord, man. You know, you can't be strong in yourself, man. That's a key verse right there, man. How do you be strong in the Lord? By these scriptures, man, to the best of your ability, man. You know, like scripture said, cast all your care upon the Lord, man. So be strong in the Lord, man. Don't think you gonna do it on your own, man. Cause we gonna fail, you know, but you gotta be strong in the Lord, man. Yeah.
Verse 11, put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
break that down. Alright, put on the whole armor of the Lord, which is going to further expound on what the whole armor of the Lord is. But the brother and I were just talking before we started the video, and basically talking about how Satan is after us, man.
That's right, brother.
And like the brother Yashima said, you ain't finna tackle Satan by yourself. It ain't happening. You gonna lose every battle. The only way you can combat Satan is stay immersed in his truth, man.
That's right. Hey, if I can elaborate, because the wiles, I forgot the Greek term, but it's going into like the deceit, the craftiness, and the trickery, you know. And so a lot of times Satan use like illusions on things he puts in your mind to perceive things. And those images or those thoughts or those delusions he puts in your mind have well, if it's coming from Satan, that shit ain't true, man. You know? So the only way you can actually defeat Satan, you have to be immersed in the truth and Yahweh Hashem Shai. You know, and I always go back to this movie. It was Bruce Lee, and he had this mirror, and his master had instructed him before in the beginning of the movie, in order to defeat Satan, you have to destroy the image. You know, and there was a bunch of mirrors, so Bruce Lee just started breaking the mirrors within the movie until he came across Satan, man. And so those images and those illusions are how Satan hides behind those perceptions, man, to get you to go off.
God, and one of those perceptions is the lady in the red dress. And that could represent your lust, or just any obstacle that you covet and desire that'll distract you from your purpose and this truth, which is to get us back to Zion, man. Like that movie is real, man, because that represents America. You wake up, you find out you're a Hebrew Israelite, you find out Esau is the so-called white man, you find out that the Most High and his son are so-called black man. But how long can you hold that and teach that in dealing with all these obstacles, man?
I got that word strong in the Greek. They say be strong in the Lord.
God.
Strong's G 1743.
Endumaho, which we get some key definitions. It say to receive strength, to be strengthened, increased in strength, to be bold. Said in a bad sense, to be bold, headstrong. You go into
that's the point. I like that definition, headstrong. All right, because basically you have to be adamant, and adamant is like a rock. When you're adamant, that comes from a dhamma, so to that effect, but it basically means a stone. So you have to have a strong mind in this truth, man. All right, you have to be headstrong in this truth. Like I said, you have to be submerged into this truth. This truth has to be a world, man. Like what you see right here, this is our world, man. All right, we got this hell for the week, man. Hell for the week, we're amongst each other, but that's our world. This can't be your side thing, and the actual world is your main thing. Like, this has to be your main thing, man. All right, and that keeps your spirit immersed in this truth. Going back to the analogy with the good wolf versus the bad wolf. Like the brother said, you're going to fail. You're going to lose them. You're going to lose some battles regardless of what you do. But if you feed that good wolf, so to speak, which is your spirit, all right, you're going to win more battles. All right, because the scripture says the spirit against the flesh and the flesh against the spirit. If you feed the spirit more, then that so-called good wolf is going to have more power than a bad wolf, which is your flesh.
All right.
All right, but can't you hold us up?
I got a little more on the definition of salah, bro. Going back to what you said, we're gonna fail. It said this in the Greek lexicon down there. It said to recover strength from weakness or disease. Then it said to be bold, man. Like the brother was saying, you gotta be bold. You gotta be bold about this word, man. You gotta be bold about the truth, man. Especially when temptation comes or you get put in situations to when you around the world, man. You gotta stand boldly and firmly, man, for what you believe in, and it's start mental first, man. Cause if you put in your mind that you ain't finna stand firm and stand bold, then you done lost already. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna start from the inside out first, man. Then say to recover strength from weakness or disease, man. You know, which is you recover strength from your weakness if you feel that some, you know what I'm saying? You might feel that something one time, then you might go 7 or 8 months before you fail again, man. That means you recovering strength from that weakness. Then it might be another time, you might go 15 months, you know, but as the time go on, you recovering strength from the areas you weak in, man, you know?
And then you become wiser with your weaknesses too. Because you start to kind of figure out how to avoid your weaknesses. Sometimes you gotta fail to learn yourself, man. You gotta be brought to a lower state to make you more humble and to actually learn how to maneuver around those weaknesses, man. All right, and it makes you more empathetic towards a brother, so you won't be shallow when he falls. So you can understand that, you know, he has a weakness as well, just like how you have a weakness.
Yeah. If I could just add, because that's why Yahweh Shem Shai gives out infirmities, man, to balance you out. Because if you just keep winning all the time, you'll never know yourself.
Right.
You know, but once you go through the failures and these infirmities, you're being purified and strengthened at the same time frame.
Go on.
It's Proverbs 4:20. My son, attend to my words, incline thy ear unto my sayings.
How do you attend to his words, man? By engulfing yourself in the scriptures. Watching the, you know, if you're a new brother, you know, watching the videos. If you're fortunate to have a camp in your city, going out there on the highways and the byways, just listening. But as you grow in this thing, man, then eventually through the spirit, you're going to start doing your own videos. But the studying has to be ongoing, and you have to listen to the elders ongoing. That's how you incline your ear to the scriptures.
Let them not depart from my eyes. Keep them in the midst of thy heart.
So you have to start what you finish. But the scary thing is about the spirit Yahweh Shem Shai gives you. You know, that's why you can't will it yourself, man. Lord willing, you're a part of the elect, so you can cross that finish line.
When they are life unto those that find them, and help to all their flesh.
Right, and that's how you live, man. This is like, man, by keeping the law, statutes, and the commandments to the best of your abilities, man. Although we do have favor because of our big brother Yahweh Shai.
Didn't it say help into the flesh too? Yeah, help into the flesh.
Yep.
Come on.
It says, keep thy heart with all diligence.
Keep your mind with all diligence, man. Ongoing.
Yeah, that's part of that triple D the apostles talking about the year 2017, death, destruction, and diligence.
Mm-hmm.
It says, keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life.
Out of it is the issues of life, man. And that's the main focus on it, man. Crossing that finish line so, Lord willing, you can attain salvation and receive eternal life.
You got police up?
Yeah, cool. This book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 12. Woe be to the fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinner that goes 2 ways.
Go ahead, guys. Go ahead.
Right, there you go again, man. You gotta be bold, man. You can't be fearful minded, man. You know, you gotta. The scripture said, "Be bold," so be bold, man. Be strong in the Lord. That's what it's saying. So you gotta be strong in the Lord. Don't get fearful minded, man. You feel that fearful mind coming, you rebuke that demon, and remember the scriptures, man. It's help to your flesh. Going back to the scriptures the brother just read, man. So you gotta be bold in your mind, man. But how do we know that? The scriptures tell us to be bold, not be bold in yourself, man. Yeah.
And also, like the brother was saying, you rebuke those fearful demons. You know, you gotta rebuke those doubt demons that you get, man. Because the deeper you get into the truth, man, you know, Satan sends different demons to plague you, man.
Right.
You know, so it's not, you're not gonna just cause you rebuke the demon at 12 o'clock, man, that mean you do with that demon for good, man. So it's a continue. You gotta continue to do this, man. You gotta fight those demons all the way until we get these new glorified bodies, man. You know, so like going into the lesson, man. You got to know that your mind is gonna be your number one enemy in the truth, man. You know, like this brother told me one time, man. He said, "When don't nothing make sense, man, just keep doing the work, man. You know, cleave on to your how by Hashem, you have a shot, man. Because if you stay idle, you know, those demons gonna have a field day on you, man.
Right.
You know, I gotta finish this real quick. This verse 13. Woe to him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not. Therefore shall he not be defended."
And how did that faith come? By hearing the word of the Most High, man. So if you start getting doubts and fearful thoughts, man, you gotta get into the word, man. You know, sometimes you probably ain't gonna read, but then you gotta be watching the videos, man, cause you still getting the word, man. So, and it's a balance, man. You read, you watch videos, you know what I'm saying? You might go 2 days and you watch straight videos, man, but you still getting that word, and that's what's gonna build you, man. You know, faith coming by hearing by the word of the Most High, man.
Yeah, you gotta stay active, man, in the truth. If you can do something, man, if Yahweh Shemashah supplies you with the spirit to do something daily, that's what helps, man. You know, it doesn't have to be a set thing. Some brothers work with structure, some brothers are spontaneous, man, but the key thing is being active, man.
Go ahead, I see y'all.
Yeah, this Mark 14:38. He said, "Watch ye and pray, lest ye enter into temptation."
Yeah, watch ye and pray lest ye enter into temptation. Alright, because you have to pray to keep your spirit open to the spirit world. You have to pray to keep yourself open to the Most High. Alright, and along with that, you should fast. Alright, because a lot of times you have demons on you and not know it, or you be in backslid so much and not even knowing it until you went on a fast, and the Most High sort of show you where you slid at, man. Like, dang, I didn't even know I had fell off like that. You know?
And that brother and that pray going to begging, man.
Right.
You know?
And that fasting, you know, this a direct way of you denying your flesh, man, and building your spirit. It's like the brother going to the good wolf, bad wolf, man. You know, you fasting, man, you starving your flesh out, but you having a buffet on your spirit, man.
Right.
You know, so that fasting is a great thing to do, you know, as often as you can, you know, knowing that we in Babylon, we in hell, you know, brothers got these laborious jobs, you know, it's not that easy in these busy schedules, but, you know, you sacrifice you a 24-hour straight fast when you can, man, it does great, man, you know.
And if you can't do an absolute fast, you go in a cleanse. I mean, you had Daniel. He just ate the post for a period of time, you know, and his flesh would be bitter, his flesh would be stressed. Then the Most High start revealing things to him, man. So just sort of do what you got to do according to your circumstance, you know. Was it more to that, Ashiar?
Yeah, a little more. It say, "Watch ye and pray, lest ye enter into temptation. The spirit is truly ready, but the flesh is weak."
Hey, well, that's the psalm of
So
what we're talking
everything,
about.
yep.
The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Yashima, you holding something? I got a real quick one. This is Romans 13:14. "Will put ye on the Lord Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, and make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof."
So don't give in.
Yep.
Can't give in to the flesh, man. You know, you have to stay spiritual and at the same time staying active in the truth, man. Because the more you become idle, that can lead to a diverse temptation, man.
And it said, make not provision for the flesh. So don't provide for the flesh. Don't provide for that bad wolf. Don't provide for don't give food to the bad wolf. Go ahead, Ashiar.
Ephesians 4:24. It say, "And that ye put on the new man."
So the new man, that's the spirit.
Right.
And that new man's diet is studying, is watching the videos, is praying, is fasting,
Fellowship.
is fellowshipping. That's what get that new man that 6-pack. That's what get him that Mayweather style, man. All right, everything I just know, I name. Alright.
On that out, go to start at verse 22 on that Ephesians. Read that 24. You left out for that reason.
Okay. Ephesians 22, 4 and 22. That ye put off concerning the former conversation, the old man.
Well, what's that? The word conversation goes back to the word conduct. If you look at the little footnote there, it goes back to the word conduct. So you can't have the same actions that you had when you was back in the world, man. All right, like the brother Yashima said, you gotta be bold in your house shot, not bold in your own flesh. Hell for Jake, they have a mentality where if a nigga run up on them, they gonna do this, or they always handle their situation based on what they feel is right and they impulse and what they feel they should do. But nah, the new man is governed after Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. He's governed after these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. That's the spiritual man. Go ahead, Abayi.
Psalms 118 and 8. It is better to trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua than to put confidence in men.
Yeah, than to put confidence in man. Me and this brother was talking the other day about the guys we looked up to when we was growing up. Mostly rappers. But then come to find out those guys, they get a record deal, get millions of dollars and move their family out the hood. So here you are being confident in men, all right, that don't even live what they say and use the money that you spend on their albums and shows to get they family in the suburbs, man.
All right.
And you turn into a degenerate. Well, go ahead, Ashar, is there more?
Which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust.
Yeah, your flesh, your natural self is corrupt, man. The law, the nature of man is self-destructive, it's primitive, it's primal, man. And you're gonna see that play out. And you see it playing out in Venezuela, you see it playing out in Brazil, hell, you see it playing out in these inner cities, man. You see grown men act off instinct, man. Alright? Is that it? All right.
Keep going. No, read down 24.
Okay.
Read verse 23.
23. And be renewed in spirit of your mind.
And part of being renewed is staying immersed in His Word, man. All right, go ahead.
And that ye put on the new man, which after Yahweh is created in righteousness and true holiness.
Right, and true holiness, and the way you nourish and invigorate that new man is being involved in His Word, man. Being involved in these scriptures, the fellowship, studying, watching videos, fasting, praying. That's nourishing that new man, which is the spiritual man. Because it says in Romans, I know that it said, I delight the laws of the Most High after the inward man. So that new man is that inward man, is your spirit, man. Mm-hmm. All right.
Shao, did you want Ephesians? Keep going to Ephesians or?
You can, yeah. That was the main thing, Ephesians 6.
All right, you good. Go ahead.
Alright, this is Romans 6, and I'm gonna start in 12. And say, let not sin therefore reign in your mortal body, that ye should obey it in the lust thereof.
And that manifests with idleness. If you realize a lot of the little dumb stuff you do, it happened when you were idle. It happened when you were just lollygagging and laying around. You wasn't being productive, man. Body in motion stays in motion, man. If somebody holds to Rock 39 chapter, starting at the first verse, is it more than that, brother?
You can skip that.
If I can say this, it said, let not sin reign in your body, man. So don't let sin rule in your body, man. That don't mean you ain't gonna go out, but you don't supposed to just be constantly going out and going out, man. That's why I say don't let it reign in your body, man. You know, as you supposed to be getting stronger and stronger, you know, as time go by, man. You still gonna fail, but it's like I said, don't let it reign in your body, man.
They're going to what the scripture you be bringing up about offending less.
Come on.
This I'm gonna skip down 16. Know ye not that to whom ye yield yourselves servants to obey, his servants ye are, to whom you obey, whether of sin unto death or of obedience unto righteousness.
Right, so if you serve your flesh, you're a servant to your flesh, man. And that's a weak man. A man is always going off instinct, impulse. He doesn't allow himself to stop what he's doing because he do first and ask question later. That's a sinful man. That's why I said in Sirach, a sinful man will not be reproved, for he find an excuse to do his own will, man. It's hard to reprove a man that is going off his own impulse and drives, man, because it feels good, man. You tell him, hey, brother, don't mess with that woman, and he's so focused on getting his rocks off, he's going to self-destruct.